are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
4 yards remain for second down. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And all the way down to the 12. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Godwin's got it. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On play action, Rodgers. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and then we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks are writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's to his running back. Tackle made at the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And got his man complete.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
Touchdown, Falcons. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun give to Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Trucks over him and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 21, Buccaneers 14. Sterling Hofford to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. Succop now for the Tampa Bay field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Succop's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A give for Sermon running right.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
110 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity. For them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second down and 3. The running left is Sermon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Clock will continue to run. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' job.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's Sermon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, thrown interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll look to throw now on first down. This is caught by Evans. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
For yardage, but what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's hit time here today. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
It's there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And shutting him off, now open field. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly throwing the mile, wasn't it?
Well, I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Fournette running out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 19,
They'll look to throw. And get that to Fournette, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A handoff to Fournette. And he's taken down inside the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. A gain of 3, second down. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Sermon, they'll try the left side with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's worked. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Buccaneers force the turnover and take over at their own 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike. 54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check. Coming, baby. Woo! Shoot!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Evans has got the 1st down and then some. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.